Hey, do you want to make music like Kygo? I'm gonna show you how. So here's the project. I started with simple chords. What do we have here? EQ, then we have murder melodies, for sure, gotta have that. So that's very important tip on how you can write your chords. And they're all gonna sound in key and proper. You throw your acapella in here and it automatically chops the whole acapella for you. Crazy, right? Hey, do you want to make music like Kygo? I'm gonna show you how. Hey guys, it's Urban from jurbanmusic.com and welcome to my studio. Finally, it looks better than before, so I hope you like this. Make sure you hit that like button. So today we're gonna show you how we can structure the song like Kygo, use some cool tricks. I'm gonna show you some mixing techniques. I'm gonna show you how to make cool stuff with vocal chops. So basically, I'm gonna show you how to make a song like Kygo. So let's go to the studio in the back. Well, that sounded creepy. Let's just get to it, okay? Yo, let's get this party started with this rockstar drink. Ho I hate caffeine and energy drinks. But we have it, so it's for you guys. Count how many times I'm gonna sip. Probably 0. Maybe once. So here's the project. I'm gonna show you the original song where I got the acapella, but don't focus on the acapella on the original song. I just want to show you how it sounded before. So here's the project. I started with simple chords. Let's hear those. Those are in E major. Make sure when you start a project, you make sure you name the pattern, whatever the key you're working with. It makes it much different. So I start with this. Pretty simple. What do we have here? EQ, then we have murder melodies, for sure, gotta have that. We have the spread, 20%, some settings, but you know, nothing too exciting, just to add some uniqueness to it. And then we have a reverb on 17%. Yes, you can send it to a different bus for reverb, I know, but that's how I've been doing it. It's just easier for me, okay? Maybe I'll change it soon. These are 1 chords. Then we got the second chord just to help. We got the guitar. Again, we have murder melodies and EQ, pretty simple. And then we send it to a pad channel, and then it goes to sidechain bass. I always do the bass for sidechain. See, I'm not that bad. From the pads channel, you see, goes from here, from here to here, and then to sidechain. And then here we have this Nicky Romero kickstart. Pretty simple. So that's what we have so far. See, and the original acapella lines up with the original song. It's very important to do that. And then I started with the bass, Grease bass. To make it simple, when you write bass chords, just copy paste, Ctrl X, Ctrl C here, and then you see the ghost channels, and then you can put Ctrl A, you see, and then bass channel goes right on the first note. Well, depends what you want to do. It always lines up. You gotta make sure, because it's gotta be in the key and it's gotta sound well together. So that's how you want to write your bass, to make sure it's in key, to make sure it's gonna sound good. Got it? Move on. Well, not you. We're gonna move on. So that's what we have so far. Also, to make it easier, you can use the scale. I have a whole bunch of scales I downloaded. So this one is E major, as I said, and that makes it much easier to write chords as well. Just you throw on the sampler, see, all the E major keys are here. Then you can write your MIDI in here. See, they're all gonna be like in key. So that's very important tip on how you can write your chords, and they're all gonna sound in key and proper. Then I added a simple kick. Pretty simple, there's not much there, just EQ. Wow, okay, that's crazy, that's a lot of EQ. So it goes from here to the kick channel, and then from kick channel goes to drum channel. On the kick channel we have another EQ and the kick box set to warmth and boxiness to -6 boxiness and +6 warmth on 90 Hz. It's pretty simple. I just use my ears to make sure it's gonna sound well. What a great tip. Just use your ears if you want to make something sound good. Amazing, J Urban. Like this video. And we're moving on. That was the intro. I usually add the transitions later on, so I'm gonna show you the transitions later. Let's keep going. So for the chords, I didn't add anything in the second part. I added open hat. I panned it to left, you can see. You want to pan your drums a little bit so they don't sound all in the middle, you know. It's pretty straightforward. Cheers. Woo! Let's go. You hear that one? Kind of like offbeat, but it sounds very cool together. The closed hat. Then I added extra hat. That sounds a bit different from this one. But see, they're all on the same timing. But I just added it to add some uniqueness, to add some differentiality to the sound, you know. Then I added a clap. It's pretty wide clap in stereo. Then another loop. More like lo-fi, kind of adds a little bit of warmth to the sound. And then one more loop. It's just a clap, but it starts a little bit, it's pre-shifted clap, that's how you call it. And then we're moving on. That was the intro, that was the verse kind of thing. And again, I didn't have any intro, it just started with some transitions and some effects. So let's show some effects. Didn't know that I'd fall so hard. Then my feet left the ground. I like this little effect. And it has a delay on it, so it sounds pretty cool. If you want to make a song like Kygo, you gotta make sure you use some simple pads, some simple keys that they're gonna sound smooth and they're gonna sound so wide. You don't want to add too much to the sound, you don't want to add a little bit less than you want. You know, you gotta have that golden middle when you want to make a song like Kygo. I know it's not easy, but with practice you're gonna get it for sure. So then we're moving on to the bridge part. We're not gonna go to chorus yet. So what do we have in the bridge? Just simple pad. Same from the verse. Then we remove this extra chord and we remove the bass. It's pretty simple, just one pad chord pad, whatever. We kept the open hats and closed hats just to make it sound a little bit fuller than I wanted, because without them, I don't know, you can leave it like this, but I prefer to leave the open hats. It's very subtle. Then I added some claps, just as like a pre-drop. Let's hear just the claps. You know how this part is gonna sound? Like this. But you see? They're pitched on C, but I lowered the pitch down. Just so I could do this cool trick. See, I left this, so I just wanted to have them in the same pitch as it started in, but also I did go a little bit higher for the drop. But they're very low volume. That's pretty cool, I like it a lot. And also when you do drops like this, make sure you add some volume, like gaining volume and stuff. When you do stuff like this, you make sure it's lower volume, or like it goes like this. And then the transitions go like this. Very soft, very like airy. Delayed, of course. Then it just goes up. Another reverse clap, delayed. And then I added a tom fills, which is it sounded really, really perfect. That's what Kygo does a lot. He uses a lot of toms in his songs. Let's listen. I could have left it like this. Then it's just missing something that hit. So I added the one more tom. Then I think I timed it, because the original BPM was 117, but our song is 120. So what I did, press stretch, hold Alt, and then just move it like this. Or you can also do this. Also just move the time knob. So that's a really cool trick to how to move the samples and make sure they're gonna be in tempo. I don't know why this one a little bit to the left. but I guess there was a reason. For sure. And then as a drop, you see this thing? I automated something, this thing, Endless Smile. As you know, I love using this plugin for the drops. Just listen. It goes up. It just adds a little bit of air, you see? It's like kind of like reverb, but a little bit different. It applies some of EQ to it. And then let's move to the chorus part. What the hell, so many sounds, you're probably thinking. But not really. These three, all basses. Let's listen. As you know, I love layering my basses, so there's one. It's a Reese bass. All on different mixer channels, by the way. Then this one. It's kind of like acid bass. That's how I call it. And this one, you know, it's like Iman Beck signature sound. Slap house kind of bass, and then we have a melody. It's a pretty simple, like a bell melody. It's very like kind, it's very uplifting, inspiring. That's how I felt. And then I added one more in the second part. But this is a lead, so it's a little bit different. I could have added something different, like percussion mallets or something like that, or like kalimba. That's what Kygo uses a lot, but I preferred using bells and then one simple lead. And then we go to the cool part. Well, maybe cool for me because I'm a nerd. So I use the Slice X to make some chops. You throw your acapella in here and it automatically chops the whole acapella for you. Crazy, right? Of course you can move stuff around how you like it, that's what I did, and then you just play the whole vocal chops here. You see? Find out which notes sound cool and then you just apply it to it. So that's a very cool trick on how to make vocal chops in FL Studio. You just throw your acapella in here, adjust a little bit of this, and then you just play your melody, you see? The whole acapella is here. Then I rendered it, and then I pitched the whole acapella 12 octaves up. But together they sound really cool. Really cool, right? And then I have a lot of stuff on the mixer for the vocal chops. I start with OTT, then we go to the FabFilter Q3, which is so much EQing. I usually don't do so much. And then we have the glue. It's like kind of like a compressor for the chops. That's how I used it there. And then we have a limiter, so it doesn't go too much, so it's kind of like the same level, flat. Reverb on 18%, and Echo Boy for just the delay. It's just a little bit of kickstart just for the side chain, just 17%, but just to give it a little bit of a wave for the vocal chops. See if I went like this. It sounds cool, but together with the mix it doesn't really sound that good. So you gotta make sure that it's gonna sound good regardless to the whole mix, not just the vocal itself or just something by itself. You gotta listen to the whole mix and make sure it's gonna sound all good together. Got it? Then we go to the drums. We got the kick. Pretty big kick. I love big kicks. And then it's on the first mixer channel. And go to the second. Same. It's all same. It's all same. All same. I added one more extra clap. Probably a snap though. And then one more loop. It's kind of like a warm loop. That's how I use my loops. It's like very warm sound, lo-fi kind of house sound. And then we go one more loop. That's the same loop I used before in the verse. And then the same clap. Pre-shifted. Then you just add a bunch of effects. I use the white noise. See? On the white noise, if you want to do white noise for the chorus or like for the verse, make sure you throw like a delay on it. I think it's a quarter note and it goes to the side chain. So there is a delay on the white noise and then the side chain. So it's gonna create that cool like drop effect. Pretty nice, right? And then the same thing here. It's just a different white noise. I like it a lot. And then of course you use crashes, rides, and then reverse crash. Then it just goes to the second part of the chorus. With extra melody and extra vocal chops. I left these gaps just so it doesn't suddenly go to the second verse, because it kind of sounds like similar to this first verse, if not the same. As you can see here, it's very simple, but I just didn't want to have kick going right after, like keep going like with the kicks, you know, you don't want to go too much. It's gonna make your listener bored.
If you ever go to pieces, fall between the thunder clouds.
It's all same as the first verse, just different words, of course.
Let you down. Slip and wonder what I do.
What I did different here, of course, as you can see, a cappella. What I did, again, I put the pitch all the way up, same as I did in the chorus here, right? Then I go here, it's kind of same.
Slip and wonder what I do. If you never.
It's gonna create that cool sounding effect. And when you do that, make sure you move this a cappella a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right so you avoid the phase issues. That's very important.
Slip and wonder what I do. If you never found me, then I never found you. I don't know what I do. So won't you give me tonight and the rest of your life? I wanna have it all with you. I wanna have it all with you.
And that's the outro. You gotta make sure you have your own tag there. Just kidding. What else you can do as an outro? Here, I'm gonna show you right now. Go to Endless Smile, of course, what else? And then we put a new pattern. You can press F4 for the new pattern, press it here, then record. See how you can make this knob turn. You press this button, of course, and do this, and then move your knob. So now it automatically maps to the keyboard. So let's go. And it doesn't work because my master channel settings are off. Boo-hoo. Pretty cool. I like it. I use it a lot for outros and for the bridges. And also in this tutorial, because the master channel effects were off, you didn't hear this effect. See, it's a bit different with this effect. I don't know why I had this off. Probably because they take too much CPU. I have a good computer. I don't know, man. Please don't pressure me. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked this one. I really hope you learned something new so you can use it and practice. And make sure you don't actually keep watching YouTube videos, or actually do some practice on making beats, on making songs. It's really important. If you want to be a professional producer, you need to have as much practice as possible. You can't just stop watching YouTube videos and just hoping you're gonna be better at it. If you want to learn something, go watch a YouTube video once and then go practice a bunch of times until you get it perfect, until you learn the process of it. So what I'm saying, it's very important to have a hands-on practice on production if you want to be a professional producer. So here you go, guys. I hope you liked this video. Go make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, what you want to see next. I really hope you guys are watching and enjoying this. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this. I'm really looking forward to film more. Just let me know in the comments what do you want to see more. And also, if you're an artist and want to work with me, go make sure you send me that email or just send me a message on Instagram and we're gonna get things started. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Jay Urban. Peace. Пока-пока.